Tua did an interview with Dan Lebitard, right? And his contention was that Brian Flores did not like him. He called him a terrible person. People thought that Tua shouldn't have said it. Got personal, but he was asked a question, so he answered it honestly. I feel like as a coach, when I'm coaching little kids, I know he's a grown man, but he's still a human being, right? He's still young, 21. You gotta coach up some people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that tough, you suck, you're no good. It only works for some kids, you know what I'm saying? Mm. But Tua felt this coach that he has now was better for him. Obviously, he played better, and he got that $255 million contract under this coach. So obviously, he's gonna like this coach a little better. So, Chris, I know you coach as well.
Yes.
What was your approach to coaching the youth that you had?
I mean, you always got to build a kid up. You never want to tear them down. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, though, you do get stern with certain kids because it's hard to break them out of their habits, and that's where, you know, it's a thin line, you know, between do you really? I mean, are you coaching them up or are you breaking them down? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always found, though, it's better to just kind of affirm them that they're doing well. I've seen coaches that do holler at the kids a lot. Mixed result, you know, and they get mixed results. Some kids, they perform better. Some kids, they don't. So, I mean, I can't really fault Flores and say, well, he's a bad coach because he was telling Tua, you know, you're doing wrong. I mean, listen, that was his style of coaching, and that got him all the way to the NFL. Mm. You know, I mean, I haven't heard anybody else say Flores did the same to me. Nobody's come out yet and said it. So
he's trying to bring other teammates that he said, like, you know, a few others feel like him, but
I think that's
don't believe
right,
that
though,
shit.
Man.
What do you think about it, P?
For me, I don't know. I see both perspectives. Because I've had my fair share, like, personal coaches where it's just like, bro, coaching hard makes sense, but, like, I also feel like what's the goal? Because I have a horrible relationship with my high school coach. You feel me? I don't wish nothing bad on him.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, he's one of the weirdest people I've ever met in my life, bro. Like, I lie to you not, bro. And he coached hard, and I get it. I guess you trying to like make dominance with the pressure you applying, but bro, like, at what point do you see that this is not working? You feel me? Like, I feel like the same way, like, there's adjustments made. You should do that from a personal, like, standpoint. Like, bro, if you lost a kid, like, as a coach, it's your job to reestablish that connection.
Right.
Bro, you can't look at me dead in my face. I'm telling you, yo, I'm missing practice because my grandma's in the hospital, and you tell me, yo, what's more important, this team or your grandma? Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
That's crazy.
Because if I punch you in your shit, I'm bugging. I'm kicked off the team. This kid is unruly. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then you do weird stuff like, I think the other story that I had, like, there was like a pep rally. So my friends came or whatever, and like they called my name for the team or whatever. I think I'm in 9th grade, like for varsity. So I already knew I wasn't gonna play like that. And then literally I think we walked past, like me and him, he needed me to do something. Bunch of kids cheer, right? My friends. He look at me, literally, he's like, yo, I hope they have a good time watching you sit on the bench. I'm like, bro, this is mad uncalled for. So this is like, I don't know what your issue with me is,
your coach.
But it's just like, bro, this is not even coaching hard. You just like weird.
He's just shitting on you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is, if you feel that way, why the fuck am I even on the team?
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? And then, whatever, I roll with the punches. But what loses me outside of the personality is the results. Because now, when we sitting here losing to teams that haven't won in a year, we giving them their first win. Bro, your coach, bro, get out of my face now. Like, because your results are not matching to what you coaching to. So, like, I feel like I can hear him because I've had, like, bad coaches. But I also feel like there's people that come and thrive out of that environment. So it's just, feel me? I feel like one thing he shouldn't do, something that's why I feel like, bro, if you gonna say something about a man or a woman or whoever, bro, stand on what you say. Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, said it too. Like, bro, shut up and stand on what you about to say.
Yeah. Rudeness. As a basketball player at a very high level, what motivated you? Coaches that built you up or broke you down?
I'm gonna say coaches that made an attempt to break me down, because at the end of the day, like, you don't want a coach that's praising you all the time and not being constructive towards how
That's
you
not coaching.
play. Like, you might be decent, but there's always some room for improvement. I think the problem with some coaches have with their players is that they only know one style on how to coach.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with, when you're dealing with young men playing on your team, just think about it, you got like 8 to 12 players playing for you. And so that's 8 to 12 different personalities. They all not going to receive constructive criticism your one way. So you got to learn, you got to find ways to, get to your players and have them understand, certain things so they can play better. It's always not the stern approach in order to get players to perform better.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the problems that coaches have with their players. But at the end of the day, like, you need constructive criticism, because that's the only way that you're going to improve. You have to take that constructive criticism and say, listen, I want to be a better player. I want to go to the next level. And you just can't, you gotta have a mental toughness within yourself to where, like, you can't take it personal, but you just want to improve yourself as a player.
Brother you also played and coached. What is your style? I already know your style.
Listen.
Whole style is chump.
Whole style is chump. Motherfucker think you could whoop me? Boy. Nah, look. Coaching, football is different. Football, you gotta be on, especially with young kids. You gotta, if you're not yelling at a kid, I don't think you're doing your job as a coach. For me. Because football is such a sport where you get hurt too easily and you're responsible for other people.
Yeah.
Everything with football is responsibility based. So if a kid misses a block, get your quarterback hurt. It's not even just getting your quarterback. Now you're getting another kid hurt because you missed a block. All right, that happens. But if you keep doing that, if you're not trying or you're doing something wrong, then you have to get yelled at in football. What I find with Tua, how weak it was for me, is that you had success now, and now you can shit on this on the other coach. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, you could say that the coach they have is black. He says he's black, but you shitting on another black man who can't get where these positions are hard to come by for them.
He dresses black.
Yeah. But you can't do shit like that. I thought it was a weak move by Tua. If you felt that way about him, either you say it to him or you keep your mouth shut.
That's a fact.
So how should he have answered the question?
No comment.
Yeah, like, yo, he's not here.
Yeah.
I moved on. You felt the way about the dude. You say it to, like, listen.
Say it to who
You could say it without saying it. You could just big up the coach you have now to the fullest, like you didn't do for the coach you had previously.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
That's all you had to do.
That's a fact.
You didn't have to come out and say that. No, he was. Maybe you did suck. You know what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to do if you actually were not doing what I was coaching you to do? What am I to do then?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be like, oh, you know what, next time. No, this is millions of dollars. This is my coaching job on the line. Mm-hmm. This is totally different.
But this is his quote though, right? So he says, to put it in simple terms, if you woke up every morning and I told you you suck at what you did, that you don't belong doing what you do, that you shouldn't be here, that this guy should be here, or somebody else should be taking your spot, then you haven't earned this right. That's what Tua said.
Yeah, but who was playing every day?
Tua?
Yes. So he could say that, but I'm still putting you out there to play the next game.
Exactly. It's
You know what I'm
motivation.
saying?
man.
I get it. I'm not saying that Tua is wrong for feeling the way he felt. Man, he felt the way about the coach doing that to him.
How old was he when this was happening?
This was 2 years ago. So
He's like
2
24.
seasons.
He's
Yeah,
like
so
24 years old. He's 26 now.
26.
So he was 24?
26 now?
He's 24. Yeah, he's 26 now. So he was 24 when he said that.
Man, look, man.
I don't like
Yo,
what he
at the
did,
end
man.
of the day,
Yeah,
they still kids, man. Like
Yeah.
24.
No, I
hear
get.
that.
I'm not saying.
But he's not. He's not a kid. You're a grown. You're a grown ass
Man,
man
you
now.
getting paid.
You know what I'm
son.
saying?
You getting
Grown
paid
ass
millions
man.
of
I hate when
dollars.
you say
Hold
that.
on, hold on. Yo,
Bro.
Rube, grab that microphone, please.
I don't want to hear that excuse.
No.
24, you're a grown ass. At 24, my kids were already 7 and 8. I don't want to hear that. That's not an excuse. And I'm Haitian, so I'm overly black and proud because
Overly?
Oh, shit.
overly black and proud. Because
It's kind of
I mean,
to you, to be honest.
we're known for overthrowing oppressors. That's what we're known for. We're not obedient. We defiant by nature.
Yo.
We'll play it cool for a moment. After a while, I'm gonna give you the business.
Yo,
And
Rube,
that's
sound
my
like
whole
you're-
life.
Sound like you're making excuses for your terrible behavior. Bro.
No, I mean, I grew up. I behaved. I was never able to play organized sport. Let's just put it like that.
I went to a couple of bars with you, bro. I went to a couple clubs,
I
bro.
don't know what you're talking about,
so
man.
happy.
I don't know what you're talking. We back to this again, right? We back to this.
I hear you, man. Listen, we had a kid on our team, big kid, right? Coach always put him forth. Cleanup guy, right? Coach used to yell at him, bro. Get at him. Because the coach said, yo, you are too big and too strong. I don't need you to walk. Because if you get on base, you're not stealing the base, right? I need you to hit the shit out the ball. And it always worked. Every time he got up, he smacked the ball.
That's it.
But
Works for who it works for.
it all depends, man. I'm not that kind of coach. I don't yell, I don't scream. I try and get into your psyche, try and uplift you, try and like talk to you. But I do yell at my son though.
What are you doing?
That's the only play I yell at. But yeah, it all depends, man. I had parents come to me be like, yo, man, you gotta get riled up, man. You gotta yell at these kids, you gotta get them hyped. I'd be like, bro, I don't control that, son.
Yeah, it don't work for everybody.
That's not you.
It don't.
That's
it don't
not
work
you.
for everybody.
Well, kids is a fine line, but he's an adult.
Exactly.
And you're getting paid
you're
millions of
getting
dollars.
paid millions
So if I
of
tell you
dollars.
you suck, you better fucking improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? But don't go around and say, oh, if he told you out, you were terrible. You weren't that good. So you good now. Now you can talk.
Now you can
Yo,
talk.
give AJ the microphone for a second. I want to know, AJ, I want to know what coaching style worked best for you when you played.
What coaching style worked best for me?
Yes.
A little bit of both. So like I've had the coaches that like yelled at me for no reason. That I feel like it's a little different for girls too, because we're already going through a lot, trying to figure out life, trying to figure out your body's changing, you're still playing sports, and then sometimes the coaches are just like not understanding to that. So I will say both kind of helped me, but I had a lot of coaches who saw my potential and like kind of pushed me in that sense. So I would say the yelling, but not too much. Like there's a fine line between like you're disrespecting me and you're doing too much versus like you want the best for me. And I feel like players can feel that. So it's kind of, I liked both, but you can feel the difference when the coach really wants the best for you, and that's why I'm yelling at you, versus
Right.
I'm just attacking you because like I can do that and I have the power to do that. So
All right.
kind of both.
Thank you.
Yeah,
But
I agree with that, bro.
they asked Brian Flores, about the comments to him made.
Yeah.
And so he was like, listen, man. And in so many words, he was like, I'm sorry you felt that way, or sorry. So that was big. And I would be like, yo, fuck him.
I also feel. He can't be honest. He can't be honest.
He
though.
said he said
can't be
I know he
honest.
can't, but
be
I
honest.
would have been like that.
Because if you do that, then you really never get in the job again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he
You're never
learned.
gonna get a job again.
Yeah, he
bro.
He said he learned from experience, though.
Man, look, man. I think at the end of the day, bro, your job when you a coach is to connect with the players that you coaching, bro. And if that's a good connection or a bad connection, that's on you, bro. It's your job. It's literally your job. So like, if you just gonna be like, yo, this is my way, you better have the results to act the way you act. That's the thing, bro. You can't be 0-12 in anything and then be like, this is how I can just go to another team that actually is successful. Yeah, I'd rather get yelled by him. He's 12-0, you 0-12. You telling me you coaching me this way? Shut up. At what point do you look at it and be like, yo, I'm being delusional?
Also, I will say the coaches need to learn their players because everybody doesn't take that or receive that well. Yeah. So that's on the coaches to understand what kind of player you're talking to. Because some of my old teammates, they can get yelled at all day and that's going to fire them up. Don't yell at me after like a couple times. I'm good. I don't need no more yelling at me. You talk positivity in me. So you got to learn your players as a coach. That's like kind of your job to learn your players.
You know when you get something positive, right? When you're doing something positive. So if you're not, what am I supposed to do? Oh, next time.
Sometimes that's needed.
No. I'm coaching for my job. This is a business just as much as it is for you as a player.
Way faster than a player would as a coach.
You do.
They'll get rid of you in 1 season.
But if it's deserved, it's deserved.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter.
Well, I'm saying from the point of a lackadaisical player.
Yeah, but for sure. I don't disagree. But at the same time, bro, of course a player's going to get more chances. They're the prospect. Bro, you're supposed to show me that you can get the best out of the player. Bro, if you show me in 1 season, even if it's 6 games, if this nigga's not listening, bro, you got to go. You're not doing your job.
You feel like that coach in high school scarred you?
Scarred me? Nah, I don't. I think he let me, like, now in my day-to-day, he let me know, like, bro, like, there's certain shit that I'm not gonna let people say to me. Like, not necessarily like where it gotta be like on some tough shit, but it's just like, bro, like, watch who you talking to. He definitely gave me that complex. You feel me? And it's not like overcompensating because I'm a calm person. But you're not gonna look at me and try to rile me up talking about my grandmother. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because what does that story sound like?
Yeah, but that's...
What does that story sound like if I put my hands on the coach?
But
it's gonna sound like, this thing is unruly. Especially because
you do the spree well,
this thing is unruly. Come on, bro.
Spree well.
So that's why. I tell you this much. A lot of the takes that I have, it comes from that because I've been on an AAU circuit. I've had great coaches that coach the same. But we winning. You got it, bro. You got it. But we losing to a team that haven't won ever. And you telling me that, yo, this is what I need you to do, bro. He tried to teach me how to run. Just kick me off the team at that point. Because you're losing me, bro. You're a grown ass man, bro. And then I think what you call it? He said something one time. I think we was playing AAU. Like they made him like take us like around in the summer, bro. A lot of you not. He's seeing that I know other people from like different places or whatever, right? He's like, oh, bro, like how you know all these people? I'm like, I play with them. He was like, so are you gonna play like how you play with them, bro? I'm like, yeah, bro, you don't play me. What do you even have?
What's up with this guy?
He's one of the
Let's find this motherfucker, man.
It is, bro. It is. And I don't know what I did, but at the same time, I don't really care.
He know you got older siblings?
Okay.
I do.
He know your older sister, older brother?
Hey, listen, man, he's
know your pops, your mom.
What's his name, yo? Let's put a name out there.
I don't care, dog. Coach Alfred's one of the weirdest persons.
Yo, Coach
one
Alfred.
One of the weirdest people I've ever met.
You're a terrible person,
life,
Coach Alfred.
One of the weirdest.
You're a terrible person.
But he didn't score me. Still.
All right, man. Next segment, we gotta move on. But yo, this is
you're the one, yo.
This is really interesting because we all played and some was coached, and so it's good to get everybody's perspective.
I tell you this one real quick story.
Last word.
Sorry. I saw a coach like that in action. He was coaching hard. The team was losing, losing. But when the parents come and ask you something, because you're coaching kids still, and he's yelling at mothers. He's yelling at mothers, son. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Bro, you teach
yelling at mothers, bro. He lost me there, son.
Yeah.
You don't yell at the kids, and you probably talk to the parents.
You
This
can't yell
motherfucker
at the
was
mothers.
yelling and berating the kids and then doing the same thing to the parents.
Nah. My dad pulled up on him and he
Yo.
was tap dancing. I lied.
He still got his job?
I don't know. I don't believe so. I hope he does.
If it's through school, he still got a job.
Yeah.
School
He does?
coaches,
Yeah.
school
Oh
coaches.
shit!
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he
what I'm
still has
saying,
a
bro.
job
That's
to answer
crazy.
that question.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you.
All right, we're coming back.
Sorry,
with,
man.
It's all good. That's a great story, though. This is really,
Insight.
yeah, this is.
Yeah, but I just don't like what Tua did. Tua.
All right, we're coming back with Dion, you know? That should be another
Neon
interesting
Dion.
topic.
For sure.
All right, Sportsmanlike Color Podcast. Peace.
Sportsmanlike conduct.